Good evening, Chubia, and Mobiajo. Michelle, Ubia, over Basno, Master Sababo Modena, wash a video, in Shinadi, and the Enumerate. Over Swab Monday, say overshare video, over invite you, and then Minoba Bishia, Adeka Krabi, Libation in the Bible, and Sabu, I over boom. The Bible say, Ugun san, a bonny, and I say, a papa. Intimacy over Swa. Bondrina or video no so mu bi so ayede ahwe na me no meni esua de nsagu eye ana nsagu nya de nye nti wo ba so share video no share video obi oba so bia me mana kwaba Mr. Ahmed Kwama soldier CSF soldier mi chia wo kwaba yewa mboni adwumaden a wo ye den wo bo no so the message say wabasu na washe video no bi so ayede enya bi ahwe na den yesu ade. This is the time we need to learn opportunity na ba kwanya na ba ne de ye fanye den ye mfandi agro e say den yesu ade na ye de light ye ho ye de bi ye ho ni ye ho adream ti di woman no ba so a bombo den say ko be share video na ma me why we have a new page, CSF page. The if anything, my page back on my video, I'm intimate download it and go YouTube. No, intimate no ha, intimate download it. The YouTube no my channel here, Nana Sonko. Well, I have a YouTuber now. I go Nana Sonko. We have more videos inside there. Actually, intimate say when you subscribe, on bonding is already. Or subscribe to the YouTube channel. Amamina. Then yes, and the topic is very, very interesting to Baswa. Don't forget to invite, don't forget to share, don't forget to invite, don't forget to share, so that we can all learn and learn together. I love each and every one of you. I love you all. I welcome everybody. So Obaswa, the only and the best thing you can do is to share the video for me, for people to come in, for someone also to know what is happening. So please, I'll plead to you, if you can share the video, get the video on board for me, invite people, let the people know what is happening here, tell them there is a libation pouring in the Bible and we have quotation to back it. So we are coming to see whether it is good or it is bad to pour libation. If it is bad, why do we found it in the Bible? If it is bad, why God in the Bible, the creator of the universe, is asking for libation? So when you come, I beg you, try and share the video for me. Anyway, my name is Nsemokoji Ojumora Ayedun Akegin, aka Yahuda Quintana. And I'm in CSF. That means we are critical thinkers. We are the enlightened generation. We are here to enlighten ourselves, to let me say liberate ourselves from mental slavery. And how do we do that? We know there are plenty and let me say multiple of religion in Africa, but the main one in Africa, yes, is Christianity and Islam. But you say, how do religion came about, and where did religion came from? That is the only question that people don't ask, which they must ask, but they don't ask. You been beside was a some cry if him, Nkambusum cry if him, Christusum cry if him. Among for only if somebody won't be beside one. The Osha Christusum and Nkambusum, a bin dear, to say Nkambusum say. Arab for the arm of their bread before. Oshe Christusum say, sorry, Crambosum say, Arab for the and of their bread before. Oshe Christusum say, the fencing, Europe's dear, and on Roman phony in Cacahono, and on also a publishing on my pilot dear Gubukum, and on some of the item of their bread, and I answer ye dear chi. But one thing I'm a what I say before we go straight to the point and say, when the white people brought religion to Africa, our forefathers never accepted it like that. It was in a crucial way, it was in a way of violence, it was in a way of killing, slaughtering, shooting before the religion came to an existence in Africa here. Because why? Our forefathers, our ancestors knew God. They knew the Creator before the white people brought religion. So it wasn't the white people who brought religion, who brought the concept of the Creator or the concept of God to the Africans. We knew God. We knew Africans. We knew there is a Creator. We knew every creation came from a Creator before they brought their religion. But when they bring the religion, they try to take away our belief. They try to convince us with the Bible and tell us different thing, which is almost different from what we knew already. That is the whole issue. And now you can see in Africa, because we are following religion, because we have rendered ourselves to religion, because we are Christians, because we are Muslims, we cannot follow our culture now. And that is the downfall of Africa. You know, and it is true fact. The downfall of Africa is religion. So my people, my brothers, my sisters, my fathers, everyone is welcome here on this page, CSF page. Don't forget to share, or don't forget to invite, and later don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is Nana Sonko, and go for more videos. You will meet my videos there. I am trying to put more videos there, and after this one, you can also watch it, re-watch it again. Today, I want you and me to talk about libation. Libation. Some people know about libation. Some people don't know about libation. When we talk about libation, it is the other way to talk to the Creator through our ancestors. Other way to talk to the Creator through our ancestors. It can be wine, it can be water, it can be alcohol. When you want to talk to the Creator, the true way of talking to the Creator is by libation. And this thing can be found in the Bible. But when the white people came to Africa, they tell us that libation is not good. When you pour libation, let me say, when you pour libation pouring is an idol worship. It is only those who worship idol pour libation, which is not true. It's all a lie, which is not true. So even let's take it assuming it is no good. Let's take it pouring libation is for only idol worshippers. But I want to ask, if the Bible is divine, if the Bible is the word of God, if the Bible is holy book, if we know the God in the Bible is a holy God, you don't need to accept, or you don't need to request for what some people were doing for, let me say, what some people were doing for their gods. I think you are getting me. If libation in the other way is no good, if libation in the other way is idol practice, I don't know why the holy God, the Creator of the universe, will request for those things. The Bible is here. I have some plenty quotations, and I'll try to repeat. I'll try to read some of the quotation to your understanding. I will explain why the same God, the holy God, the Creator of the universe, is requesting for pouring of libation. Now, my people, it has been a long time which we have been under our slave masters, which are the Europeans. We know how it came about. We all know how religion came about. We all know how they came to Africa, enslaved our forefathers, enslaved our ancestors, killed them, slaughtered them. They came and took some of them away, and they developed. Our forefathers went and developed the European countries. As you know, it's a fact. It's a true fact. It's a true fact. You can have evidence, plenty evidence. We have the proof too. Now, the whole issue is saying, you can see Africa is doomed. Let's ask ourselves, why Africa cannot move forward? Why always Africa? Why Africa has the natural resources, every resources, including gold, timber, iron, bauxite, which etc. But still Africa can never move forward. Why? Just because as I'm talking now, our brain, the brain which the Creator has given to us to use, has been poisoned by the Europeans. Our brain has been poisoned by the Europeans. How do they do that? They poison our brain with religion. They told us through religion that there is a God in the sky. Before you see that God, you need to die. There is a place in the sky called heaven. You die, you go there. So you can suffer. We should suffer. After the suffering, we will see the benefit of God. That means the white man came to Africa and tell us we should suffer now. But for we to see the importance or the advantages of our suffering now, we need to die, or unless we die before, which is not true. It's a brainwash. So we will enter. We are coming to see how the God in the Bible were requesting for libation or pouring of libation. I want to put something in your head before we continue. Before the white people came to Africa, our homeland, Africa, our motherland, as I said, our forefathers, our great grandfathers knew the Creator, knew there is a Creator, knew there is God, they know moral laws, they know what is good and what is bad. Sorry, they know not to go, they know not to have intercourse with somebody's wife. They know not to steal. They know not to kill. They know not to gossip. They knew everything before these people brought the book called Bible and the Quran. But now, the whole issue is saying, if you look around Africa, we cannot find our culture. We cannot find our identity. We've lost our identity. We've lost our culture. Why? Just because religion overtook everything. Christianity and Islam has overtook everything. Christianity and Islam has overtook our identity, has overtook our culture, has overtook our everything, even our names. Our names. Now, somebody, if it's now for you to name yourself Kwame, this thing, Kwame Mensah, Kwame Endosu, Kweku, Ekwesi, Kojo, Kofi, Kwabra, Kwesi. This is our original name, which has a true meaning, which has a very good meaning. Mensa, Ajapon, Nsokoji, Ojumora, Ayedum, Ntanu, Bamilecho, then other names. Now, we are telling ourselves the names, we don't like them. Now we have adopted names. Now, when you meet a black man, what is your name? He will tell you, I am Solomon Ferguson. Do you see what religion has done to we the Africans? So my fellow black people, as I'm repeating, this is the time we need to liberate ourselves. This is the time we need to wake up. This is the time we need to relearn. This is the time we need basic education. Education about ourselves. Education about our culture. Education about our goals we were having. Yes. What do you know about your hometown? What do you know about your culture? What do you know about your dressing? What do you know about your food you eat? What do you know about yourself? These are the things we need to repeat and learn. These are the things we need to know. Anytime you forget who you are, anytime you don't know your name, anytime you don't know your culture, anytime you don't know where you are coming from, anytime you don't know your dressing, your way of walking, your way of talking, you is indirectly you have gotten lost, my friend. This is the time we need to wake up. So this is a wake-up call for all the black people, all the Africans, all the Ghanaians, for Asante man to know his root, for Fanti man to know his root, for the Chumburu man, the Gonja man, the Gomba man, the Frafra man, the Gati man, the Zima man to know his or her root. But look, everything has turned confused. Now Africa is totally confused. Now, let's go straight to my point. Today, I want you and me to learn about libation, how the people in the Bible were pouring libation to the God in the Bible. Let me say something here. If I say God in the Bible, maybe in the other way you will not understand what I want to mean. But according to the Bible claims that they have the Creator. They know the Creator. The book Old Testament from the Jews, they claim that they have the Creator. So they know the Creator. So when they brought the book to we the Africans, they told us, they told our forefathers that the gods where our forefathers were following, that God cannot save. If you follow that gods, there's no salvation in that gods. That means at the end of the day, that God of our ancestors will put you in hell because you follow them. So there are some characters, there are some ways of worshiping our gods, which these people tag them idol worship. Now, I want you and me to go inside the Bible, or to do some little research in the Bible and see what is the difference between the God in the Bible and our gods. What is the difference between the gods which our forefathers were following and the other gods? In the first place, the concept of God were created by people. Our concept of God, the concept of our ancestors about God, were created. None of our ancestors has ever seen the Creator before. The same thing happened to the God of the Christian and the God of the Muslims. In the Quran, they will tell you the Allah revealed the verses to Prophet Muhammad. If you come to the New Testament, they will tell you through Holy Spirit they wrote the Bible. That means none of them saw God. They have their concept of God. They have the way they see their God. We have our concept of God. We have the way we see our God. We have the way we worship our God. We have the way we follow our God. But the whole issue is when the white man came to Africa, they told our forefathers that the way we worship our God, the way we sing to them, the way we practice is an idol. It's not good. It won't give us salvation. So we should put them away and accept their own. We should put them away and accept their own. Fine, let's take it so. There are some quotations in the Bible I want to quote to you. So let's read it. I would like you to get your pen, get your paper. Every quotation I will quote, jot it down. After, go and read it and see. I'm coming to read Genesis chapter 34. There was a man there. There was a man in the Bible who did something. Let me read. After we read, we will know. My friend, don't be angry of hearing what I am saying. As a Christian, as a Muslim, don't be angry of what I am saying. This is the time for you and me to wake up and ask ourselves, why Africa? Why Africa? This is the question I always ask myself. Why Africa? Why? Why always Africa we can't go forward? Why always Africa we borrow from people? We borrow from the European. Our food Africa cannot produce. Our money, our currency Africa cannot produce. Our everything, I can't see, we can't produce nothing. Anything we need to import from the Europeans. So we rather make money for them. Genesis chapter 34. Now, let me read verse 14. Genesis 34 verse 14. Oh, sorry. Exodus 29. Sorry. Exodus 29. I'm coming. The book of Exodus 29. I'll read it. I'll come back to the Genesis and come and do this thing. So this is the time, my people. This is the time we need to wake up. Sorry, the quotation is Genesis 28. Genesis 28. Genesis 28. If you can remember, they say there was a guy called Isaac. He went to a place. When he slept, he was traveling. On the way traveling, it was night, so he chose to sleep. So when he chose to sleep, and while sleeping, he saw a stone and used the stone as a pillow. So he has a dream. So after he wake up, Isaac did something. We are coming to read and see what happened. Genesis 28. Let me start from 15. He said, remember, I will be with you and protect you whenever you go, and I will bring you back to this land. I will not leave you until I have done all that I have promised. Verse 16. Jacob woke up and said, the Lord is here. He is in this place, and I didn't know it. He was afraid and said, what a terrified place. This, it must be the house of God. It must be the gate of that opens into heaven. Verse 18. Jacob got up early next morning, took the stone that was under his head, and set it up as a memorial. Then he poured olive oil on it to dedicate it to God. To dedicate it to God. To dedicate it to God. So when Isaac wake up from his dream, he took a stone, oiled the stone, poured oil on the stone, and dedicated his prayers to God. That means in the Bible, Isaac was pouring libation to the God of Abraham and the God of Isaac. Now, let me ask you, is this adultery? Can you call this an adultery? Or because it is in the Bible? Because it was Isaac who was performing this pouring of libation, that one is not an idol. That one is not an idol worship. But when me or you or my father or your father do the same thing, pour some oil or pour some drink or water on a stone and dedicate it to a god, you will call it idol worship. I think you are getting me now. I think you are on my point. Somebody did this thing in the Bible. Somebody called Isaac. He took a stone, poured oil on it, and dedicated it to a god. Now let me ask you, which god was he praying to? Which god was he pouring libation for? This is how we have been brainwashed. They say this book is the word of God. Yes, they say. They claim it's the word of God. But the whole issue is when they do something in the book, you don't see it as an idol. But when me, I do something, you call it an idol worship. So a God who is requesting for libation, I have the same God before the Bible came. I was pouring libation to the same God before the Bible came. I was doing the same thing before the Bible came. Your father and my mother, your father and my father, our ancestors were doing the same thing before they brought the Bible to Africa. Now when they came to Africa, they saw our way of worshiping the Creator was faster, good, and just more than them. They told us that what we are doing is not good, so we better forget them and throw them away. And yes, we did it. Now we continue to Exodus 29. Exodus 29 verses number 41. Pouring libation is in the Bible. Pouring of libation is in the Bible. It is accepted by the God of the Bible. It is accepted by the God of the Jews. It is accepted by the God of Israel. And you say the God of Israel is the creator of the universe. So that means before the Bible even came to Africa, our forefathers were worshiping the same God you brought. Because that God were requesting for libation pouring. And we were doing it before they brought the book. Now, Exodus 29. I am reading verse 41. Let me read and see. Verse 41. Here I read. Sacrifice the second lamb in the evening and offer with me the same amount of flour olive oil, and wine as the morning. This is a food offering to me, the Lord, and its odor pleases me. The same God who was requesting for libation, the same God says, when you are coming to pour the libation, I need a lamp. Come and slaughter udang, come and slaughter sheep. So in the Old Testament, in the Bible, before you pay attribute to God, before you surrender your prayers to God, you need to pour libation. Meanwhile, they tell us that pouring libation, pouring of libation is not good. Pouring of libation is idol worship. Meanwhile, they are practicing it. So why do they want to tell us? My friend, I think you are with me. Africa, the only and the just way, the only and the direct way to connect to the Creator is pouring of libation. But we were not taught that. But we were brainwashed not to do that. But we were confused, we were deceived not to do that. Meanwhile, they are doing it for their God. Now, if a God in the Bible, if the Creator of the universe requests for pouring of libation and slaughtering of animals to pour the blood on the floor for that God, and our ancestors are also practicing the same thing, why do they tell us what our ancestors are doing are idol worship? Meanwhile, they are doing it. I think you are with me. I think you are with me. This is the time you need to open your eyes, open your brain, open your heart in the book called Bible. Read it, study it. Now, we continue again. The same Exodus chapter 30. We are reading verse 41. And let's see. Exodus chapter 30, verses number 41. Verse 9. Exodus 30, verse 9. Sorry. Exodus chapter 30, verse 9. Do not offer on this altar any forbidden incense, any animal offering, any grain offering, and do not pour out any wine offering. Once a year, Aaron is to perform their ritual for purifying the altar by putting on it for projections the blood of the animal sacrifice for sin. This is to be done every year for all time to come. This altar is to be completely wholly dedicated to the Lord. Now, this is what their God is telling them. This is what the God of Israel is requesting for. The God of Israel is requesting for animal sacrifice. The God of Israel is requesting for animal sacrifice. You share the video for me. If Frank Kwame, answer. Fabas, if you invite, for share video and some. Meanwhile, they came and told our forefathers, our great-grandfathers, that pouring of libation, sacrifice of animals are idol worship. But they are practicing, they are doing the same thing to their God, which is the God of Israel. Now, let me repeat the quotation again. It's Exodus chapter 30, verse 9. Here, the God of Israel is warning them, giving them a critical warning. Now, let me read. Exodus 39. It says, do not offer on this altar any forbidden incense. So, burning of incense, according to this quotation, this verse, burning of incense is not bad. When you see somebody burning an incense, it's not bad, because the creator of the creator of the universe, according to the Bible, even requests for burning of incense. Now, if you see someone burning an incense, how do you see the person? You see the person as an occult, you see the person as a witchcraft, you see the person as a wizard, you see the person as an, how do you call it? How do I say it again? You tag the person in a bad way. But the God, which you say that God is the creator, is requesting for this thing. If a God, if the creator of the universe is requesting for pouring libation, burning of incense, and slaughtering of animals, then our forefathers were doing the same thing. Why do you tell me I am an idol worshiper? How do you tell me I am an idol worshiper? Because yours is in the Bible. Because yours is in the Bible with chapters and verses. So you don't see yourself as an idol. You don't see your own as an idol. My people, this is the time we need to wake up. This is the time we need to wake up and know yourself. Know your own. Buy your own. Think your own. Get your own. Now, we continue once again. The same book, Numbers chapter 4. We are reading verse 40, number 7. Numbers chapter 4. I am reading verse 7. Numbers 4, verse 7. I am reading it. They shall spread a blue cloth over the tabernacle for the bread offered to the Lord, and put it on the dishes, the incense bowls, the offering bowls, the jars for the wine offering. They shall always be spread on the lids. They shall spread a red cloth over all this, put a fine leather cover over it, and then insert the carrying poles over it. Now, according to the Old Testament, this is what your God is saying. According to your Bible, this is what your God is saying. Your God is telling the people of Israel to get them incense, to get him incense, animals, sheep, goats, udai, and cows. This God need libation. This God need blood of animals. This God need incense to be burned. And we were practicing the same thing before they brought the book. We were doing the same thing. And look at how these people are moving forward. Look at where the Europeans are. Look at where what the white peoples are doing. And look at what we are doing in Africa, Ghana. Can we imagine? Have you ever learnt it before? A God in the Bible was requesting for animal sacrifices. A God in the Bible was requesting for libation, pouring of libation. You are there telling me if I pour libation, I am an idol worshiper. Have you finished reading your Bible? Have you finished reading your Bible? Have you finished reading your Bible that your God was requesting for the same thing? This God was requesting for libation. So in this case, pouring of libation is not bad. If the God in the Bible were requesting for libation, the God outside the Bible also needs libation. We pour libation. We call unto our ancestors. Because it has been practicing in the Bible. Now, they will tell you it's not good. Jacob pour libation. Abraham pour libation. Isaac pour libation. Israel people, they pour libation. The Holy God of Israel, even requests for libation. The Holy God of Israel, even requests of burning of incense. The Holy God of Israel, even requests for animal sacrifice. Now, Mr. African man, do you know something? Africa is late because we rejected our own. Africa is late because we are following religion. Africa is late because we are Christians. Africa is now late because we have turned to Muslims. Because this Islam is a practice of a group of people in a place. Christianity is a practice of a group of people in a place. And we Africans, we also have our way of practicing, our way of communicating to the Creator, our ways of talking, our way of dressing, our way of doing everything. But now, you and I, we have lost our own. You and I have forgotten our own. You and I, we don't even know what to do to ourselves just because of the Bible, just because of Christianity, just because of the Quran, just because of Islam. My problem today is, or let me say my question today is, if it is the same God who created the whole world, the white and the black, why are the white people always in a comfortable lead than we the black people? Why do we black people always go back in a daily life, in our daily activities? Even we can produce our own food. Look at a rich land like Africa. We can produce our own food. Even common rice, common yam, common beans, common cocoa, common maize, common millet. Rich land like Africa, we are still buying food from foreign countries. A place like China, they lend us money. America will give you money. At the end of the day, they will give you a law to follow. Come and be a gayism, lesbianism. If you don't, they will not give you money again. If you don't, they will not lend you money. If you don't, they will put sanction on you. If you don't, they will not give you food. If you don't, they will not give you cloth. If you don't, they will not give you even chicken, akoko. They will not give you meat to eat. My fellow people, black people, Africans, it is the time for the black man to wake up. The time of religion is over. This is the time of reasoning, the time of information, age of reasoning, age of information. We were having good morals before the religion came. We were practicing good. We were in the right place when the religion came. But they came and brainwashed. They brainwashed your grandfather. Your grandfather brainwashed your father. Your father brainwashed you. And if you don't take time, you brainwash your son. And your son will brainwash your grandson. Then it continues. So it's better you and I, we will reason, then we come across ourselves, we will reason, discover who we are, then we take ourselves, we lift ourselves from mental slavery, then we move forward, then we be our own, we become who we are, we know our culture, we know our language, we own our eating, we own our everything. This is the time, my fellow black man. There will be a time I can speak to you. A time is coming, you can see me. Even if I'm not dead, if you are not dead, this Facebook, YouTube, they will close everything. These people are awakening. They will see that, no, they have seen that these people are true awakening. We have been sleeping for a long time. We have been sleeping for almost 400 years. This is the time we need to wake up, open our eyes, open our brain, and open our heart to the truth. Look at our African countries. Look at Nigeria. Look at Uganda. Look at Rwanda. Look at Kenya. Look at Burkina. Look at Togo. Look at Benin. Look at how do you call it? Burkina Faso. Look at Mali. Africa, we lack. Africa, we lack basic education. Africa, we lack everything. We lack production. We can't develop. Africa is always moving back. Africa is always sinking down. Why? Because the white man, the European man, the Onyibo, the Obroni brought a book from a place, brought a concept. Their concept of convincing people, their concept of brainwashing we the blacks. They put it in a book called Bible and Quran. They went away and left the book, and we are reading their concept now. So indirectly, they can't stay with us and always be controlling us. But they put everything in the book, the Bible and the Quran, and left. Then they postpone, they pass the book, they push the book to us. So the leaders of Africa, they accepted it, and now it is drawing Africa downwards. And I'm very happy Africa is awakening. I know someone will insult me after this video. I know someone will insult me after this video. I know someone will insult me. Someone will talk against me. I don't have a problem. The more enlightened you become, the more crazy you become to illiterate. There is an African proverbs. They say, "Wunimu bia na ofre na akwa. Wunimu bia na ofre na akwa bi. Say wunimu na unfre na akwa bi." I want everyone on this page to share this video for me. I want this video to go far. I want everyone, every African man, every Ghanaian man, we should know that religion, the Bible, the Quran, and Islam is not for we the Africans. It has damaged our life, our daily life. It has destroyed our daily life. It's because of religion, 90% we cannot go forward. We cannot move forward. Africa is sinking because of religion. I know and you know we have personal problems. I know you know we have personal issues. But the main issue, the main problem of Africa, the main downfall of Africa is religion. Yes, it's religion. Because there is no truth in Christianity, there is no truth in Islam, there is no just in Christianity, there is no just in Islamic. There is no truth in the Bible, there is no truth in the Quran. So when you follow them, indirectly, we become liars. We become vampires. We can't speak truth to each other. We can't say the truth because we think according to the book. We act according to the book. We eat according to the book. We dress according to the book. We do everything according to religion. My religion says, because of I'm a Christian, because of I'm a Muslim. Yes, I'm a Christian. Because I'm a Christian. Because I'm a Muslim. So my Bible says this. And look at how the Europeans are developing. Every blessed day and night, these people are moving forward. The Europeans are developing. Now it has turned to a place for the black man to be rich. Now, unless the black man to travel from Africa to Europe before you can be rich. Meanwhile, Africa is the richest continent in the world. Meanwhile, you can stay here. You can be here and be rich. They have the richness there because it came to a time they came here, brainwashed our forefathers, diluted our thinking, and took everything from Africa. They took it back to their homeland. Are you getting me? So now, if African man will be rich, unless he should be well educated, go to school, be a scholar, be a scholar, be a government worker. If not so, travel from Africa, excuse my language, go to Europe, go and work and do this and get money and come back to Africa. That means they want to tell us we can stay in Africa and be rich. We have to stay in Africa, develop Africa. We can develop Africa. We can develop Africa. We can do it. We can do it. We can develop Africa. If we come together, if we wake up from our sleeping, if we put religion away, if we put Quran away, if we put the Bible away, if we put Islam and Christianity and this religion away, we can build Africa. Because for we to think and think critically, for we to think and break our mind in, for we to think and think innerly, we need to take out, push out, go away from the Bible and religion. That will make us think and think critically. That will make us think, that can make us meditate and meditate well. All our generation are turning to white people. All our children are turning into Muslims. All our children are turning into Christians. How do we develop Africa? Because when the Muslim man get money, every Muslim man in Ghana here, every black man, a Muslim man get monies, it will come to a time he has to spend the money to Mecca, go to Mecca, send the money there. So some people gather money for the whole year. One day they travel with the money. They come back empty again, start another thing. Now, the Christian man will gather money and go to Jerusalem to go and pray to a God in Jerusalem, telling me if you pray in Ghana, the God in Israel cannot listen to your prayers. Unless you travel from here, board a car, you travel from here, you get a passport, your visa and a plane ticket, and go to Israel. Go and stand against a wall and hit your head against a wall and talk to a wall for the wall to send a message to the Creator. Is it what you are trying to tell me, Mr. Christian man? Mr. Muslim man, do you want to tell me Allah in Mecca, Allah in Saudi Arabia cannot hear your prayers? We pay huge of money. We travel all the way from Africa to Europe. We spend the money there. All the religious leaders, the pastors, the imams, the pastors, the imams, the malams, the prophets, and so-called asofon, they have big investment in Europe. They gather the money from here. They gather the money from here. They scam with the money from here. After taking the money, they send the money to Europe. They buy big houses, big companies, put their money in a big banks in Europe. Meanwhile, in Africa, instead of building Africa, instead of building our homeland, instead of building our motherland, now religion has polluted our mind. We can't even dress ourselves. We can't even talk to ourselves. We can't even develop our nation. We can't even develop our home. We can't even develop our villages. We can't even develop our country. Africa, my motherland. Africa, my homeland. Africa was once rich. Al-Kabula, the mother of mankind. Do you know why Africa is even called Africa? Sisio Africano, one a Roman guy who named Africa Africa. It wasn't Africa. We were called Al-Kabula, the land of mankind. The land of mankind, Al-Kabula. Now, look at Africa. They came to black people. They divided us. They share us in pieces. They divided us in pieces. The Francophone, the Anglo-Saxon, the distinct, and the English. When you go to the other side, we have French-speaking countries, the Togo and Burkina and Cote d'Ivoire. When you come here, Nigerians and Ghana, then no, this is what the white people, they know. When we are together, automatically we can fight them. So the only thing they have to do is to divide us. Give us different languages, as I'm speaking now, English. So if I meet a Togolese now, I can't communicate unless I can hear the French language. If the Togolese man meets me now, he can communicate unless he should come and learn the English language before. But it wasn't so once a time. It wasn't so. Our people, let's talk to ourselves. Our people, let's wake up. Religion has caused plenty damn. Religion has caused a bunch of laziness in Africa. It's because of religion, Africa cannot develop. Because the religious books are poisonous books. The religious books are telling us we shouldn't work, we shouldn't this, we shouldn't do that. We should rely on a God, in a creature in a heaven. That God will do everything. Put your problems onto me. Cry unto the Lord, see the Lord, watch the Lord will do it. Meanwhile, these people, Europeans, they don't watch any Lord. They put effort, they work, they put effort, they use their brain, critical thinking, they crack their brain. Now the African man is waiting for a God from somewhere, a God from the sky to come and do everything for him. Now the African man is waiting for a God to come from the sky to come and do something for him. How will Africa move forward, my people? Some people think we don't have something doing. Some people think we like too much talking. No, that is not so. It's not so. That is not the issue. The issue is Africa has been looted. Africa has been destroyed by religion. We were having our own religion. We were having our own belief, but it wasn't as the white man brought. It wasn't like the one the white man brought, like, how do you call it? Christianity and Islam. You share the video for me, please. Please, if you can, I want you to share this video. After, go to my YouTube channel, Nana Sonko, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, please. Sometimes when I think, I do ask some questions. I ask myself, if there is a God in the sky, who will give us a book which contains salvation, a book when you read it, you get salvation, a book after reading it, when you die, you have a place called heaven, a pleasure place, a place of no harm, a place of no sickness, a place of no worriness, a place of no hungry, a place of no, how do you call it, poverty. Why that God gave the book to our slave masters? Think. This God never brought the book to us indirectly, but this God gave the book which you call a book of salvation to our slave masters to bring the book to us. In the other way, when they brought the book, they never preached to us. They forced us, slaughter us, kill us, and give we the book called the book of salvation, Bible. So are you sure? Are you very sure that is the creator? Are you sure if God gives a book to someone to come and give it to you? Have you ever asked yourself this question before? Have you? This God couldn't give this book. This God couldn't send this book to us. We have Konfuanochi, he never brought the book. Yan Santua, Akin Agokole, they never brought the book. Nana Oyuribam, they never brought the book. Nana Kanya, they never brought the book. But rather, this God gave the book. Okay. You are on point, my brother. You are on point. Ibia na mekano. Sira na mi bisan. Nyame bi obo osoro ne asase. Saa nyame no odi book bi bebreo. Na book no nkwaje na ewo mu a. Wamfa book na mbre wo nana. Na mbom ode koma o slave masters. Obi obeye wo nana akoa. Odi book ne ba yen so. Wamba mbeka asem papa. Wamba mbekoto amfa book namba. Odi ba ni eden so. Se wanje antuma okum. Mena nima mutie mi ende anwumre misra mu. Ye pamcho embraso. Ade a obetimi aye ne se video bi sei na won so wa share mu bi so ayeden ahwe bi. Na won so wa invite mu bi so abeyeden aba behwe bi. Oma hayen. Abofro ma hayen menka na ada oma hayen. Na oma aka kire yen se yengu nsa. Ugu nsa aye abosonsom. Na Nyankopon no a mo se ompensa guo no sa Nyankopon no ase yengu nsa ma no a ede na mo pese mo kire yen. Nyankopon no se wugu nsa wo sombosom no. Nyankopon kro na se mungu nsa ma no. Nyankopon no se wutwe odwan a wo sombosom no. Nyankopon na se muntwe odwan ma me. Nyankopon no se wo hyi incense aduhwam wo sombosom no. Sa Nyankopon no se monhyi aduhwam ma me. Ede na wo pese mo kire. Yede de betimi aya na ye no. De betimi aya na ye no. Dia wo so betimi aya na se wo so be share video na maye na obi nso ahwede ahwe. Na video na kwechiri. Na video na ede ekwechiri. Na ya mitaka asem bi se ye fe ne sen ye nkrambosom ni Kristosum no emra so se ni nyina betwam e ya dodo nte ase e nkakra de amika obi betem ase ne obi ntem ase ne e bi e chena no bete de amika na ase obi nso e bi e chena chi obi nso e bi ade chi anso bete ase nto wote ase a na wo so wa ma obi nso ate ase obi ti ase a no nso ma obi nso ayede ate ase na ye tie ho ase nkakra ensa gu onye boni wo hwe ensa gu fom na wo gu nsa enye boni wo pa wo di nsuo be enye boni wo pa wo di nsa be enye boni bia because omonya nkopon kro omo se obo osoro ne asase a nipa nkwa ekura no ono sa nyankopon kro ase ye ngu nsa ma no ono kro nyankopon kro wo pensa no nyankopon kro nyansa be no Judges chapter 9 maybe kind verse 13. Judges 9:13 yenti asem bi ho abrofo o ma hayen pa okoka obi si na phone a wo yusu e na atade a wo hye enya abrofo na de ba ya o de okura wo ye nipa na se wo ka sa asem no kura de a ohun ye mehine na okura de wa yira sin obia ono wa yira si obia. The book of Judges chapter 9 verse 13 me ba kinkan yenti story bi e de e wo ho a story quotation be na makuti Neba. Mesra mo why. Monya utra ma na me hwe quotation yi. Mbato ya utra ma why. Omahaye pa omahaye serious men kan ada. I'm sorry. Judges chapter 9. Mekai verse Judges chapter 9 verse 9 all together to 13. Point no 13. But yen shasi verse 7. When Jotham heard about this, he went and stood on top of Mountain Gerizim and shouted out to the Lord, "Listen to me, you men of Shechem, and God may listen to you. Once upon a time," or a story, once upon a time, the trees got together to choose a king for themselves. They said to the olive tree, "Be our king." The olive tree answered, "In order to govern you, I will have to stop producing my oil, which is used to honor gods and man." It came to a time, a story. All ndua e wo ho no omo ndua nyina omo call meeting omo call agina se omo probi adi omo so hene e na omo ka kire olive oil say olive oil ye pese obi di en so hene na wo ye ohene man e na olive oil say se muyi mi hene se si a muyi mi hene a edwuma me ye no mentimi ni edwuma ni biem mentimi yi oil edwuma me ye se mema oil ngo aba ngo a ye de hona nipa eni nyankopon no mintimi produce biem nti according to that e kire se nyankopon ohia ngo ohia oil ena nipa nso hia oil nti uko Old Testament na o se monhwe ngu ema ewrade pour oil to the Lord ye to aso Then the tree said to the fig tree, you come and be our king. But the fig tree answered, in order to govern you, I will have to stop producing my good sweet fruit. Nti on ko good your friend is saying fig tree nchen. And I say me nso me dey di hene a nduaba de no me ntimi nya adage em produce ma me emma mo biem ye to aso. So the trees then said to the grapes vine, you come and be our king. But the vine, verse 13, answered, in order to govern you, I will have to stop producing my vine or my wine that makes gods and men happy. Nti grapes tree no e kan say so mo onu bedi o so hene a ontimi produce wine ensa a ema abosom ana ema anyame eni nipa eniji. And according to Old Testament, Yakupon say pour libation, wine offering to the gods, to the God. It's not idolatry. Enyabo sonson. Minya makasa bebree. Me di bibia besia. Embe papa me yebesan hia biem. Meda wasen so. Ba me stress wo be share video ni biem. Na wa subscribe to YouTube channel. Eye Nana Sonko. Michi obia obi obehwe video bia michia Intanu Bernard from Begamso, michia Osaponya Isaac from Ayinamai, michia chobi bia obi obetie ayiwe obetie video we no on share video no emfama me medamase ye de bibia besi ha kai na subscribe to YouTube channel Nana Sonko medase. Bye bye.